Killing spree!
What up, humans? Kurumi here, and welcome to the Mobile Legends Bootcamp. In this video, we are going to talk about the fighter hero, Aluz. Aluz has a good set of speed buff, burst, and crowd control skills. Our warrior of ferocity, Aluz, is a fighter hero. I consider Aluz as a ganking hero since his first skill lets him charge to slow down enemies. Not only that, his ultimate skill could slow down all the enemies in the area of effect. Now, let me share some tips and tricks on how to use Aluz based on my experience. We will also teach you some combos and techniques on the latter part of this bootcamp. But before that, let me explain his skills one by one for further understanding. Aluz's passive, Fighting Spirit, lets him be buffed with extra physical attack and penetration. Whenever Aluz deals basic attacks, a stack of Fighting Spirit is added. Each stack grants physical attack and physical penetration depending on Aluz's ultimate skill level and lasts for 3 seconds. This can stack up to 4 times. He also gains extra movement speed and basic attack damage when he reaches max stacks of Fighting Spirit. Your passive gives you advantage in one-on-one fights since your attacks get stronger per charges you have. Aluz's first skill, Aluz Charge, lets him slow nearby enemies smashed. When this skill is held down, all slowing effects Aluz have will be removed. But take note that he can still be slowed down during the holding down of this skill. He also gains extra movement speed and damage reduction against attacks from the front up to 4 seconds during holding the skill down. You can utilize this damage reduction when charging towards enemies. Although, the damage reduction doesn't apply against turrets since they deal true damage. The movement speed boost could help you chase enemies and slow them down for better ganking. The boost could help you respond to your teammates faster as well. The boost could also help you run away from enemies, escape death, or maybe fight against it because of the damage reduction received. When the skill is released before the end of duration, he will smash the ground to deal physical damage into nearby enemies while slowing them down. Aluz's second skill, the Power of Axe, deals damage to enemies in a fan-shaped area. Aluz swings his axe to deal physical damage to enemies in a fan-shaped area. After the swing, his basic attacks within 3 seconds will be enhanced, buffs him with extra attack speed, and restores some health points. The number of enhanced attack within the duration will be based on the number of enemies hit. A count of 3 will counted for non-minion targets and 1 will be counted for each minion. A total of 6 will only be considered for the enhanced basic attacks. So it's best to hit multiple enemies with this skill to gain 6 charges. When jungling, the bonus health restored from basic attacks could help you sustain in the jungle. The health restored is also best used in one-on-one scenarios like this to sustain health and survive the combat. Aluz's ultimate skill, Undying Fury, lets Aluz slow down enemies to death. Leveling up this skill will permanently buff Aluz with additional physical damage, physical lifesteal, attack range, and the range reach of his second skill. When this skill is used, Aluz smashes the ground and deals physical damage to enemies in a line. A burning trail is left on the ground for 5 seconds which deals continuous physical damage to enemies who are with the area of effect. The enemies are also slowed down massively while inside the area. The slowing effect will slow down enemies trying to escape death. This is best used during teamfights so that all the enemies with the area of effect will suffer continuous damage and massive movement speed reduction. Just take note that this skill has a casting time before released. Enemies could still stop you from releasing your hot Undying Fury on the ground. There are so many items that you can buy for Aluz. You can focus on items that grants physical attack, life steal, health and defense, and items that gives you additional extra damage. You can use the Kurumi Way build if you prefer to be a bruiser fighter. We chose the following items to bring out Alice's burst potential while being durable. Tough Boots to reduce the duration from crowd control effects. War Axe to increase your physical penetration per damage dealt. Your movement speed will also increase upon reaching a certain amount of stacks. Thunder Belt to deal extra true damage on your basic attacks based on your max health after using a skill. Hoss Claws will help you sustain during team fights with high life steal from your basic attacks. Brute Force Breastplate will grant you additional physical and magic defense and movement speed every time you cast a skill or deal basic attack, which stacks and lasts for a few seconds. Immortality will resurrect you upon dying. Upon resurrection, you are given a certain amount of health points and a little bit of shield to protect you somehow. On the other hand, you can use the Bursty Dwarfy build if you prefer to deal more damage. Blade of Despair will give you a massive amount of physical damage, which will make your skill's damage more explosive. Malefic Roar grants you a huge amount of physical penetration, which could help you penetrate more enemies. Lastly, you can use the Jungle Dwarf build if you prefer Alus in the jungle. Radiant Armor to gain certain amount of magic damage reduction and stacks for every time you receive a magic damage in a short period. The item build for Alus really depends on the enemy's lineup, so make sure to read each item's descriptions so you can adapt in-game. One of the best spells to be used on Alus is Flicker. You can use it to escape danger, even death. This is also helpful to use your ultimate skill to set enemies for your teammates. You can also consider the Forbidden Jutsu, Execute. This deals a certain amount of true damage to the target. The damage also depends on the enemy's lost health points. This spell ignores the shield effect of the target. If the target has been slain using Execute, its cooldown will be reduced. If you are going for jungling, then consider Retribution. This will deal true damage to the target minion or jungle monster. When you have a jungling item, this spell will decrease the damage taken from jungle monsters permanently. This spell will help you kill monsters and farm faster in the jungle. In my opinion, the best emblem set to be used is the Custom Assassin emblem set. Custom Assassin emblem could provide extra stats according to your needs as a burst fighter. Set agility to its max level because it can give you additional movement speed. Setting invasion to max level will provide you physical penetration. Get killing spree to restore health points and gain movement speed upon killing an enemy, which lasts for 5 seconds. With your powerful basic attacks, you can wipe out a squishy target easily and restore health points with killing spree. But in case you are not that type, just consider Bounty Hunter or High and Dry instead. Set second skill to max level first. Prioritizing this makes the damage output higher and the cooldown lower. Prioritize first skill less since you need second skill more in team fights. Always upgrade your ultimate skill when available for upgrading. In terms of his combo, we usually follow a simple combo for Alus in team fights. You can formulate your own, but this is what we usually use. First, we use our first skill to charge in and slow the target down. Then, we use second skill to deal damage and gain stacks of enhanced basic attacks. Then, we use our ultimate skill so we can further slow the enemies. Then, we deal basic attacks to utilize the enhanced basic attacks. We use our second skill again so we can further sustain with the health regenerated by our basic attacks. You can use your first skill if you need to escape the team fighter to chase an enemy target further. Additional tip, did you know that you can relocate your second and ultimate skill with Flicker before your axe hits the ground? You can use Flicker in between so that the area of its impact will be relocated depending on your next position. This is best especially when the enemy tries to flicker out from your initial area of casting. The tips I mentioned are just some of the ways you can use Alus. This video just guides you on how to use Alus the Kurumi way. So, once again, this is Kurumi and that's how you use Alus. Thanks for watching. Do not forget to like and share this video. Also subscribe to our channel for more contents by clicking on the subscribe button below. For our skin giveaway events, check out the community tab for the giveaway post. We have our Ko-fi account just in case you want to donate us some milk tea or Yakult funds. Check our Ko-fi link on the description of this video. Please only trust bootcamp videos from our official accounts. See you on the next Mobile Legends Bootcamp. Cheers.